So I kind of messed up with my 1 year anniversary video of watching anime. I talked about what got me into anime, and also while I was recording, I started to talk about like just every anime that I've watched. And I decided later to take that part out and just have it just that these be like 2 separate videos and have that one just purely a talking about how I got into anime, and then use that other thing just for a separate video about what animes I've watched, just all of them and when I've watched them, and just talk about it. So yeah, so you get to look at Libby as a kid right now because this is recorded later. I don't really remember what I say in this, so some of it might be make more sense if it was with my other video talking about how I got into anime. So I'm sorry about that. So I just wanted to record another intro because I didn't want to use the same exact intro for the other video. It wouldn't really make sense. And then I also didn't just want to start because that wouldn't make sense. So yeah, you just get to look at Libby while I explain things. One other video of Charlie was critical of his anime tier list, and he went on my anime list, and he was adding the animes he's watched, and that plus I think it was just him. He's the one that really made me like want to make him my anime list, and I made that in April 14th. And this is how I keep track of all the animes I've watched. Love keeping track of the animes I watched. It's just so interesting seeing like how many days it took me to watch it, and when I watched it and when I finished it. It's super interesting. So yeah, start out with Naruto. Where is Naruto at? Naruto I gave a 7. The OG Naruto, it's okay. It was good, but like not amazing. So Shippuden's amazing, but Naruto's okay. And A Silent Voice, though, once I watched that, that's what really just like confirmed that I liked anime a lot, because it's like one of the times when a movie made me cry, and I gave it a 10 out of 10. It was amazing. I've rewatched it only once. I'm kind of surprised I haven't rewatched it more, but the second time was even better. So I have a list on my phone that I can look of in the order of when I watched it. What was the third? I gotta find this. Third was Erased. Really? I'm kind of surprised by that. Yeah, I guess it was. I watched this all in one day. All 12 episodes in one day. It was so good. I love it so much. Yeah, it's great. It's only 12 episodes. And then I got Death Note. I don't even have to look it up. It's right. It's going to be right there. Death Note, I gave a 9. Yeah. And these scores have definitely changed from when I first entered it. Because on my phone, I have it as a 9.5. But we don't have... We can't do decimal points on my anime list, so it's just a 9. Then after that was Demon Slayer. Yeah, on my phone, I gave it a 9. It is definitely better than a 9. I gave it a 10 here. Anohana was after that. I remember I was kind of like too harsh on Anohana for some reason. Like, what, 7.5? I guess it's not that far off, but it was definitely better than when I remember I first watched it. I thought it wasn't as good. And after that was The Promised Neverland. I don't know where it'd be. There it is. Gave an 8. Then after this is the show where I didn't realize how many animes came out. And on Netflix it said coming soon on this day. So I really wanted to be the first one to finish it out of my friend group, because I thought they would all watch it. I thought that's like how anime worked. There wasn't that many, and they would watch every single one that came out. So I just really wanted to be the first one to finish it. And it was High Rise Invasion. It was fine. It was enjoyable, but it wasn't like anything amazing or anything. I liked it when Trash Taste talked about it. I wanted to talk with Connor about it on that one episode. But all those animes were all in January and February of 2021. I don't think I kept track of any of those. Maybe I have it on my phone for High Rise Invasion, but March. Oh yeah, so those two, the January and February months, they were mixed together because I didn't keep track until February, so I didn't remember which one watched in January. But March, I actually kept track, and Cells at Work was the first one. Kind of surprised. Right here, a 6. Yeah, makes sense. Cells at Work. It was actually enjoyable. It was interesting. It's a better Osmosis Jones. This is what school should be showing you, except it's really bloody. Yeah, you probably can't show that in school, but it's really good. After that was Rent a Girlfriend, which that one's really good. I don't remember where it would be at. Hate how some names are in English and then some are the Japanese names. I wish they could all be one. So, I gave it an 8. Did I put how long? Nope, I haven't kept track of that yet. Then Clanad was after that. And Clanad was freaking amazing. Clanad is so good. And then after that, at the end of the month, was My Hero. I watched all 4 seasons at that time. And they were all really good. They're all really good seasons. Then April came around, and that's the Attack on Titan time. And I watched all this, all until the final season, part 1. So I got all that to watch at that time. Then after that was Angel Beats, and I remember I watched some of Angel Beats like earlier, and I didn't really like it that much. And I came back to it, and it was actually really good. After that was ReZero. ReZero was amazing. Like, I don't even know what to say about it. It is just so good. After that was Dr. Stone. Where's Dr. Stone at? There's Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone, I always say it, always one of my favorite. Actually, you know what? I did skip something. I'm looking back at it. After ReZero, it actually is Tokyo Ghoul. Wish I could put this just in order of how I watched it. Where's it at? There it is. I watched the first 2 seasons of Tokyo Ghoul. I've definitely switched the scores of when I first watched it. I think I had it higher rated when I first finished it. So, actually, I had a lower score. I gave the first season a 7. No, I raised the score. Okay. Then yeah, Dr. Stone. I always talk about how amazing it is. Then Jujutsu Kaisen, which I always say I wasn't the biggest fan. Like, I wasn't giving it a 10 or anything, but it also wasn't bad. Like, an 8's good for me. Then Rascal Does Not Dream of a Bunny Girl Senpai, which is also another one where I watched some of it earlier, and I just stopped watching it because I didn't like it. And it's right there, gave it a 9. Once I came back to it, I really liked it. It was mostly because it was in sub, and that was like towards the beginning. I didn't like watching it in sub, so that was a big problem. And that was also a problem for One Punch Man, because on Netflix it was only in sub, and it was only the first season. So I watched like the first 5 episodes, and then I was like, I really don't like watching it in sub, so I stopped. And then I came back to it after I finished Bunny Girl Senpai, and I really like it. I like the first and second season a lot. After that was Akira. Akira is really good. Yeah, that movie was amazing. Then The Demon Slayer movie, that one was freaking amazing. After that was Wonder Egg Priority, gave an 8. Then now we're into June of 2021, and we got Death Parade. This is definitely the least amount of anime I watched in a month, and it was Death Parade. Where's Death Parade? Death Parade. That show was so good. And Sword Art Online, which seems like, I guess if you watch all of Sword Art Online, I guess you watched a decent amount. But I only watched the first season at that time. So I watched a 12-episode show and a 25-episode show in that whole month. And, oh yeah, by the way, 2021, this is the whole time when we're not going to school. We're on distant learning. So we got all the time we want to watch anime. So I just really watched a lot during this time, except for this month. Then, so that's the end of June. July 2021, we got Naruto, The Lost Tower, and Naruto Blood Prison. Blood Prison was a little bit better than The Lost Tower. I did not like The Lost Tower. After that was Assassination Classroom, which freaking amazing. Both seasons so good. Then I watched Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop. I don't even know where... There it is. Yeah, it wasn't that good, but also wasn't that bad. After that was Mob Psycho. And where's Mob Psycho? Gave the first season 8, second season a 9. Yeah, I like the second season better. That was also another one where I watched like the first episode earlier, and I stopped, and then I caught up to it now. Or like at this time. And after that was A Whisker Away, which I gave a 5. Then we're into August, and Love, Chinibu, and Other Delusions. It's actually really good. I'm kind of surprised. Both seasons an 8. And after that was Black Clover. Dude, I love Black Clover. I have so much good memories about Black Clover. Where is it at? Yeah, 10. Because I have the treadmill, and I would be watching that, just watching Black Clover on normal TV on the treadmill. And that's how I basically watched from episode 50-something to the end, because they had the first 50 episodes on Hulu, and the rest they didn't. And I didn't want to go on to, like, Crunchyroll and watch it in sub or something. So I was just watching on normal TV while on the treadmill. And so, yeah, that's how I watched that whole thing. Then I watched Cowboy Bebop, which, that is so good. Did I give it a 10? I gave it a 9. I think I gotta move that up to a 10. Cowboy Bebop's that good. Now we're into September, and Toilet Bound Hanako-kun is probably, like, kind of like the least memorable one out of, like, most of these. It was okay. It was pretty funny, but wasn't anything that memorable. But the next two shows were so memorable. We got Vinland Saga. That was so good. That season, amazing. 10 out of 10. And then we got Dororo. Where's it at? Dororo, that's probably my second favorite of all time, because we got Code Geass on here. It is so good. I don't know why no one talks about it. It is so good. I want more people to watch this. Like, it is so good. How many days did it take me to watch that? 15? It is so good. Okay, we're into October, and I watched, this is the Code Geass time. So, both seasons of Code Geass, 10 out of 10. Greatest ending to a show ever. Then we got 91 Days, and that's a 9. Then we got Megalobox, Season 2. Did I never add Megalobox to this list? Okay, well, I watched the first season of Megalobox sometime back there. I didn't put it down. But Megalobox Season 2 I watched in October. And it was actually surprisingly good. There's the first season, I gave it a 7. Second season was an 8. It was actually surprisingly good. actually, I thought like June or something would be the least amount of animes I watched in the season. But November, I only finished one, and that was Garden of Words. There it is. Garden of Words, I gave it an 8. But this was the time that I was watching Hunter x Hunter. So that's what I was like spending like most of my time on. So, but I didn't finish it in that time. But in December, I finished Hunter x Hunter. And I really wish this show could be finished. It is so good. Only 148 episodes, and it's so good. I'm saying only, but like compared to like Naruto and One Piece and all those, it's little. After that, I finished Food Wars. There it is. Food Wars, first and second season, gave a 9. I had to go on to like Crunchyroll or somewhere else to watch the other seasons, so I haven't done that yet. And yeah, the rest are what I'm watching now. So I'm watching Psycho-Pass. Psycho-Pass is so good. It actually makes you think so much. It is so interesting. Demon Slayer, the second season, is so good. The Devil is a Part-Timer. It's a really enjoyable show that's actually pretty funny. Gintama, the most hilarious show I've ever watched. Ever. Like, just out of anything. It's so good. You guys should watch Gintama. That's just all I watched about anime. But to manga, I got Happiness, which is such a good manga. It was all because of this video right here by the Anime Man. The scariest horror manga you've never read. And he talked about happiness, and it just sounded so interesting that I had to watch it. So I said watch it, but I meant read it. And so I read the whole thing, and it's really good. I gave it a 9. I also went to Barnes & Noble one day, and I got a couple manga, and I got Solo Leveling, and so I read that first volume that I had, and then it is really good. I gave it an 8. I gotta read more of it, but yeah. So yeah, also gonna do an outro, because yeah, I didn't want to use the same outro just like the intro, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Also, by the way, I really like doing this, like, whenever I'm, like, talking, like, post-recording it. Like, I like putting Levy's face, because he's, like, my profile picture. It's actually pretty fun. Alright, see you guys. I also wanted to add this. I might, like, want to use this as an outro. I was just thinking about it. Just, like, saying, see ya, weebs. Because I kind of liked Connor's or Sea Dog VA's intro where he says, welcome back, my beautiful weebs. It's like, I want, like, some kind of outro than just see ya. Like, see ya, weebs. Like, I don't know. Some like, more fun to say. So, see ya, weebs.